Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of Homemade, and today you all, we are making one of my favorite dishes, and it is roasted turkey wings. Now this dish, it is so simple, so easy to make. It is one of those dishes that you do not have to tend to, meaning you go ahead, prep it, put it in the oven, and let it cook. It's as simple as that. You all, this recipe is so simple, but it is so good. I promise you, if you make it, you will not be disappointed. So let's go ahead and get started. So in here, I do have my seasonings because you all know I don't like to touch my bottles once I start to season my meat. So in here, I do have a tablespoon of onion powder, a tablespoon of garlic powder, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of our Creole seasoning. I have a tablespoon of lemon pepper seasoning, 1 tablespoon of complete seasoning, and I also have a tablespoon of the seasoned meat tenderizer. Now, again, we may not use all of our seasonings on our wings, but I like to go ahead and have it prepped just in case. Now, in here, I do have 1 cup of Italian dressing, and it's just regular Italian dressing, nothing special, nothing fancy about it. Now, if you'll notice, my pan is not as deep, so I'm not going to add a lot of liquids in here because, of course, the wings are going to produce their own liquid, so we don't want them to overflow into our oven and cause us to have to clean it and all those things. So because my pan is shallow, I am going to be mindful on how much Italian dressing that I do pour over my wings. Now, I do also have 6 tablespoons of butter, and I also have some chopped onion and bell pepper. So the way that I'll season my wings is I'll put my Italian dressing on first, and then I'll put on my spices. And in here, I have probably about 8 or 9 wings. So I'm just going to pour that over them really well. You just kind of want to make sure you get down in there, get everything coated with the Italian dressing. And the Italian dressing, it just gives it, because I didn't put these in a brine, I didn't inject them or anything. I just simply washed them, and I did wash them really well. So you want to make sure that you are washing your meat. So this one, it is a whole turkey wing. I did leave it whole. And I want to make sure that I spread them out. I don't want to have them stacked on top of each other because I do want to give them enough room to cook. So now we will season these. Now, I like to season them this way because I like to make sure that all of my wings get a little seasoning on them. So I'll season this part, and then I am going to flip them over and spread a little seasoning on the inside because we want all of our wings to be seasoned, not just some of it. And I'll just rub it on, make sure you get enough on there. And I like to season them one at a time. If you want to season them all together, that's fine. Again, I just like to make sure that all of my wings is seasoned. Seasoned. So this is the way that they look, you all. Now I am going to add my onion and bell peppers. And it just gives it a little more flavor. And I'm going to take my gloves off. And you all, I am going to get a large piece of foil, cover this. I am going to put them into my oven. It is preheated to 350 degrees. I'm going to cook these for 1 hour covered. 1 hour. Don't bother them. Don't mess with them. 1 hour covered. Now, I do want to show you how I put my foil on because I am using a shallow pan and I don't want my skin to stick to my foil. So what you're going to do is you're going to kind of what we call dome it or tin it. And that means that you kind of gather your sides around without touching your meat. So make sure that if you are using a shallow pan like I am, that you do want to tint your foil or dome your foil and make sure that all of your edges are sealed because again, remember we are roasting these. So I'm going to go ahead and pop these into the oven, set my timer for 1 hour. We're going to come back, check them. We are going to check the inside of them, and we are going to uncover them and let them cook uncovered on 375 degrees for about 20 more minutes, and that's just to crisp up the outside. Okay, so we are back. Our wings have cooked on 350 degrees in the oven covered for 1 hour. So we're going to go ahead, take our top off them, and you can see that it did produce a lot of juice. So we're going to just go ahead and take that, and you want to just put that over your wings. Just baste them as much as you can. And we are going to let these finish cooking, and we will have our roasted turkey wings. We're back, and our turkey wings are out of the oven. I did let them rest, so you do want to make sure when you take them out of the oven that you do let them rest for at least 5 or 10 minutes. And you all, they look and smell so good. So I'm going to go ahead and get one of them. And they are still kind of warm, but I just want you to see how mm, mm, mm. They are so full of flavor and so tender. Now, typically, turkey wings can be a little tough, but I promise you, these are good. We did not put them in a brine. We did not inject them. We did not do anything. We simply just seasoned them with our spices and our Italian dressing, put them in the oven under our tinted foil, let them cook for an hour. Now that is very important because it does help tenderize the meat. You do want to make sure that you cook them covered for that 1 hour. When you try these, because I promise you, you will want to try them. When you try them, make sure you leave your comments, leave your pictures, everything in the comment section below you all. Let me know how you liked them. If you didn't like them, if you changed something about the recipe, let me know. Also, if you want to keep seeing our easy homemade recipes, remember to like, subscribe, and share our channel. You all, I always say cooking is as easy or as hard as you make it, but I promise you, if you just keep it simple, be yourself, life in itself can be so much easier. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Homemade. And until next time, continue to be great.